was pulled over a couple of times for driving drunk. See if I can get them in chronological order. Number one, location, the Netherlands, Apeldoorn, my hometown, Van Kinsbergen Street, regular checkpoint. Open your window and push that blow thing in your face and blow. Hyperventilated a little bit before I blew, and this nice female cop told me, like, sir, you are just 1 point under the legal. You go home immediately. Yes, ma'am. No problem. And I was gone. Oh, yeah. Number two. Been on the beach in the Netherlands. Location, the Netherlands Noordwijk. Actually pretty close to some bar called the 11 Commandments. 11 Geboden. You can find it. Just go find it, and it's, man, they have these old stained glass windows out of an old church, a monastery, and they serve like hundreds of Belgian super beers. And I'm letting it have a 1-star Michelin star right now. I don't know what the food is. Damn good, right? Leaving that town, actually going back to the hotel to get ready for my flight back to America. I was close to Schiphol, that's what I'm saying. And in the middle of the night, it was dark, and there was two just beginning, also female cops, young girls. Well, cops alright. And I had to blow too. Now my exit's coming here, so I think I'm driving drunk. I leave that up to you, but I think I'm making my way pretty neatly. But anyway, so here I need to take a left, and these girls let me blow, and they said, sir, well, you look pretty good to me, but you get to the airport and get the fuck out of this country real quick. Not a problem. Bye-bye. Number two. Number three, America. And now it gets a little bit more serious, right? Number three, okay? America. We are getting serious. I need to keep that camera straight. 6 minutes already. That's not gonna happen, huh? Hope I can post this somewhere. Okay, girls. I can go. Alright, this is the road where, man, only has like some deer. Look, if you don't drive as stupid as anybody else, you don't kill them, right? I'm just careful. If there's a deer running over the road, I stop. You know, Americans, they don't know how to do it. They go one speed, and if there's a Turk, if there's a Mexican, if there's a white American, God damn it, I didn't even want to get into that, but whatever, they just keep driving. Oh, I was driving. At least in Holland, your driver's license allows you to learn how to stop in an emergency stop. Correct me if I'm wrong. I hope to hear your comment on that one. Anyway, so see the bird. No problem at all. So number three. Deep stress at work. Incredible stress at work. night after night after night, and then finally our customers came and we had to do a demonstration, and it all just kind of worked out. At least it worked out the way I wanted it to be. So to me, it was kind of successful. But that night, I ended up on my way home in a bar, and the bartender obviously he saw me and he thought it was a nice thing to spike my drink a little bit extra. Didn't ask for that. Still remember that guy. He had what we now call a man bun, but he still had that really little ponytail. There's a car coming in. I'm letting. I don't want to be. I don't want that car behind me. But maybe you can see it. Yeah. So yeah, having not eaten and going home around 11:30 p.m. I hadn't really noticed that there was an enormous amount of fog. And then you have this road. Alright, he lets me go here. And you have this road. It's 2-lane both ways with a median. In the fog, I just took the median on the left-hand side. So I was driving the wrong side of the road on a 2-lane median, and I didn't have my headlights on. The street lights, you know, I didn't even notice. And before I knew it, I had somebody on my tail with some red and blue lights. So I pulled in the first best parking lot. That was, I think it was opposite of the parking lot of Bath and Beyond, right there in Sugar Land with Stafford, Houston. So I stopped, and the officer let me get out, and he let me sit on the curb, actually, on the parking lot curb, and he said, "Sir, do you have somebody who can get you here and bring you home?" And that was my then wife, Julie. I said, yeah, she can. So I called my wife, and so I pushed the number, and he just grabbed that phone out of my hand, and he talked to her, not me. But anyway, I was gotten out of there. But I had a ticket for driving without headlights the wrong way, endangering an unknown species or whatever. I had to pay about a $200-300 fine. Alright, being busy at work, I almost forgot about paying it. I actually had to do my defensive driving, but I never did. I just thought, I'm going to pay that fine. So I did. And the clerk at the county clerk's office, pulled out the file, and the file said, Officer, what was his name again? Because I knew that name was exactly the same name as the married name of a receptionist or a secretary in my company. Clark, Kelly Clark, and he was Officer Clark. And then the whole thing rolled down through the quarter machine. This guy knows me because I had my company tag on, and he must have seen that, and he must have recognized that his wife was wearing the same tag, and he gave me a break. Right, now it's number 3. Unbelievable. Kelly Clark. I never talked to her about it, and I never talked to him about it, but I just knew that was the thing. Fantastic. So I gotta open the gate, so I gotta stop the recording right now. Stop it. So number 4. not sure. I think it was around here in Victoria, right? I was just driving home about, I think I was about a quarter mile home. And my clutch plate just disintegrated. Look, you see the terrain here. I do quite a lot with my my little GP here, and so I put a lot of stress on the clutch plate. And but now, right in the middle of town, yeah, 200 yards to go, 400 yards to go, I don't know. Clutch plate, and my car stops. Like, you can't put it in any gear, and it won't work, right? So I was able to kind of maneuver my car on the sideway in somebody's front yard, and I thought, well, I better go ask this guy. So I knocked on his door. It took me on kind of like 2 a.m. Knocked on his door and said, "Sir, can I park my car here? I'll be picking it up first thing in the morning." Well, he didn't really answer, and the only thing he did was call the police. Apparently, that's what you do in America, because if you're a snitch, you're the bitch. You know, you have to snitch. So I got snitched out, and the police came, and this police officer says, "Sir, you're not gonna drive. Even your car is not good, but I'm gonna get you a tow truck, and you're gonna be to the impound." All right. I was again the impound guy put me back at home, because it's like 400 yards that way, and the officer says, "Yeah, you can do that." So I went with that impound guy. So while in the impound truck with my car on the back, I said, "Hey man, come on, can you just not put that car on my driveway, and I'll have it all done tomorrow? I'm not going anywhere tonight," which was the truth. And he says, "No, I can do it." I said, what do I need to pay tomorrow?" He says, $160. I said, "What if I pay you $200 right now?" And he says, "Well," I said, "do you accept credit card?" Oh God. And he says, "Yeah." So I said, "Well, here it is, $200 right now, and here's my home. Put my car on the driveway." So he put my car on the driveway, and I was home, and I never heard from that shit again.